Hi, I'm Natalie from ATMS and welcome to our Practitioner Spotlight. Today I'm joined by Jarrett. Hello, Jean.
Hi, Natalie. How are you?
Hi, very well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. So for our Practitioner Spotlight, let's start with what do you do? So what is your modality and where do you practice?
So my modality is I'm a naturopath. I also have a nutrition qualification as well. And I also use Buteyko breathing in my practice with my clients. I'm based in St. Ives at Elemental Health, and I also do a lot of work online.
Okay, excellent. So they can come and physically see you, and you also can see anybody from their own home, which is fabulous.
That's right. One of the great upsides of COVID is I think a lot of people in our industry now have that option, and it's great. I can see clients all over Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. Greater reach for helping people for their health and well-being. Absolutely.
Definitely.
And what do you, I guess, have as a main focus in your clinic? Do you see a lot of patients from, what it might be, from kids to gut to stress? Let us know.
Well, my practice in elemental health is a general practice, but I do have a special interest in treating children. I love to work with mums and families. I think that I love educating them and helping them to empower them really with food and just helping them get to the bottom of their health issues. I know as a parent myself, when my kids were growing up, I turned to a naturopath because everything wasn't coming together well. My kids weren't thriving. And it was just a few little tweaks that made such a big difference. So I definitely have a focus on children. I love working with the gut health. That's a big focus of mine as well. And recently I just completed a mentoring program with Keone Moore, which is focusing on PANS and PANDAS with children. And that's been amazing. I've learned so much from that program. So my clinic now has quite a focus on that area.
Excellent. Can you dive a little bit more into what PANS and PANDAS is for maybe somebody who's not too sure, or maybe somebody who's wanting to seek a naturopath or nutritionist to help in that area?
Oh, definitely. So, well, it's interesting because PANS and PANDAS is one of those conditions where it's a collection of different symptoms, and it's also the diagnosis in the medical industry is a little bit random. So honestly, most people that are coming to see me haven't necessarily got a diagnosis of PANS or PANDAS, but they may have a suspicion because there's a combination of immune issues as well as those neurological issues like anxiety or OCD presenting for their kids. And we treat it by looking at fundamentally their gut health, also their genetics, and looking at their nutrition. And the amazing thing about it is that it's completely resolvable through those avenues, whereas in the mainstream health industry, they're treating it mostly with antibiotics. At the moment, there's a lot of research into what the causation is and the treatment, but the Keone's method is actually able to get full resolution. So it's very exciting.
Oh, fantastic. That's so great that you have these offers for family health and children's well-being. It is so important. So
it is, definitely.
Excellent. And obviously you mentioned you do some testing as well through clinics. So that's a part of your clinical practice?
It is. I love the metabiome testing, gut testing. I do that a lot for my clients. I find that it just gives us so much information where we can really get to the root cause of what's going on for them. So I love doing that. The genetic testing is also really helpful and really useful. It gives people an idea of where they really need to focus their nutrition on a real personal level.
Okay, great. Personalized approach. That's what obviously natural therapies is about.
Absolutely.
And thank you for sharing that with us today. Now, before we go, you mentioned your clinics in St. Ives, and can you just let us know again your website and social media as well?
So we're at Elemental Health in St. Ives on Stanley Street, and I have a website called healthykidsnaturally.com.au where you can access lots of family-friendly, very simple recipes. I also offer consultations online and testing on that website as well.
Beautiful. Thank you again, Jean, for joining us today.
Thank you, Natalie.